Information and technology. In the last class, we have studied about the insert command in the structured query language, where we used to insert the values into a table. In this particular lecture, this will be the last part of the structured query language of class 12. Here we will learn how to find out different values for a particular query, or to write the commands using the select command, how to fetch up the particular values, or to query for the values from a database or from a table, how to take out the values using the select command. So we will be using the tables that we have already created in part 3 video. Okay, so that videos are linked to this. So if you haven't watched that video, you first watch part 3 and part 2, so that various commands are given there. That commands will be used here directly. Again, we will not see it in this video. We will directly use them and use the select command. Now going into the lecture, what is the select command? So select command is used to retrieve the information from a database. So if we want to take or select some information, fetch some information of our use from the database, this particular command is used for that. Now to use this command, there are various methods. The basic syntax you can see here is the select, and then you have to write the attributes of which values you want, the attribute list, then from which table you want, from the table list, and where condition. Okay, the condition you have to specify. So this is the basic format of writing the select command. This will be more clear when you perform it practically. Now see here, you will be familiar with this tables. The two tables are there. In the previous video we have seen it, the department table and the teacher table. So I am creating the department table and the teacher table. Everything is same as it was in the previous video. Now using the insert command, I am inserting the values also. So in the department table will look somewhat like this after inserting the values. I have inserted some values into the department table that consisted of two attributes, department ID and department name, and I have inserted the values. Also the second table is the teacher table. I have inserted these many values inside the teacher table also. These two tables comes under the database named as school. Okay, so these two tables are there that we will be using in our select command in fetching the values. Okay, now let us see how to do it. Now let us see some queries. Let us see the first one. See here, from that particular table teacher, we want to retrieve all the information of the teacher whose ID is 101. Okay, there was a table, we have created the table and we have inserted the values also. Now we want to fetch the result, in which we want to know the details of only the teacher who is having the ID as 101. So how to write it? So this is the way that you have to write it in your SQL server. Select star from teacher where teacher ID is equal to 101. Select star means what? The star implies that you have to retrieve all the information, means all the attributes you have to take, the first name, last name, teacher ID, salary, everything you have to take. So you are writing the star or the asterisk mark, you have to put from the name of the table is teacher. remember the syntax of the select command. So select all the attribute list means all the attributes you want. So I am putting star. From the name of the table is teacher. Now you have to put the condition where the teacher id is equal to 101 and then you put the semicolon sign. Okay, so this is the way to write it. Now after you write it and press the enter key, you get this result as the output. Okay, you will get all the details of the 101 teacher id, the first name, last name, gender, salary. Remaining values will be rejected. Only this particular data you will get. Now let us take another query to find the names of all the teachers who are earning more than 50,000 in salary, more than 50,000. So how to write? This is the way. Here we will not use the star because we want to find the names, only the names. So select first name, comma, last name. From which table? Name of table is teacher. Condition is where salary is greater than 50,000. Now see the output. So those who are getting more than 50,000 salary will be displayed. Only the first and last name. If you put the asterisk mark, you will get all the details, but here I am using first name and last name. So this is the output I get. Now see the next one. To display the teacher ID, first name, last name and department number of the teacher who belongs to the department number 4 or the department number 7. You have to take only these attributes and you have to find the teachers who belong to the department number 4 or 7. Okay, so how to write it? See, select the what are the attributes that you want to see. You want to see the teacher id, first name, last name and department number. Okay, from which table? The table name is teacher, where now what is the condition? Department number is equal to 4 or department number is equal to 7. Okay, so you want to find from department number 4 or department number 7, so separately you have to write department number is equal to 4 or it is the logical operator, department number is equal to 7. So this is the output you will get. Okay, you will get the id, name, first name and last name of those teacher only who belong to department 4 or 7. That will be the result. Remaining values will be rejected. Now the next one. To retrieve the names of all the teachers and the names and number of their respective departments. This is a bit uh, different one. Here you have to use both the tables. See how to write it. Select first name, last name, department ID and department name from teacher, comma, department, where department ID is equal to department number. You have to display the department numbers also, and department number is in which table? Department table. Okay, so and you have already used the foreign key and you have referenced it, so you will use it like this. Select first name, all the attributes that you want to see from which table? Teacher. These all attributes are present in the teacher table. Then comma, department, the second table, where the department ID is equal to department number, because you want to see the department numbers. Okay, now see what is the output you get. So this will be the depart and this will be the output that you will get it. Okay, first name, last name, department ID and the department name. Okay, so this is the way to write using the join. You are joining the two tables and finding the result. Next one, select the first name, all the same attributes from teacher, department, department id, department name is equal to chemistry. Okay, same thing is there, but you want to find only the details where the department name is of chemistry. So if you write like this, you get the output like this. Okay, same thing you have to write. Department id is equal to department number. Up to this much it is same, and you have to add something else, that is and the department name should be equal to chemistry. Then you get the only those name of the teachers who are in that particular department, chemistry. Same if you want for English, you write their English, you get the details of the English teachers, like that. See here, select department number from teacher where gender is equal to M. Only the department number from the teacher where whose gender is equal to male. Only the male teacher's department number you want to find out. So the output will come like this. Okay, what you are selecting, you are selecting the department number. Only the department number will be shown where the gender is male. Okay, on in this particular department numbers, male teachers are there. Teacher name, the teacher is male here in this department, but here you can see that the department number is also getting repeated. The department number 2 has been displayed 2 times, so we don't want this to happen. So to reduce this, what we do, we write it like this: select distinct department number from teacher where gender is equal to M. So when we do this, we get the output like this. Okay, so this is the result that you get when you use the distinct command. Distinct means the values won't be repeated. Okay, the next one is to retrieve the names of all the teachers. Name starts with the letter S. Okay, so you have to find the name of the teachers. The name should start with the letter S. So this is the command: select first name from the teacher list where first name, like, you have to use the word like, and in double quotes S percentage, because you want to find the name starting with letter S. If suppose it was with letter A, then in place of S percent you write A percentage. Okay, so whichever letter you want to find out, that letter you will mention in place of S. Okay, so this is the result you will get. All the name of the teacher whose name will be starting with letter S will be mentioned here. Next, to retrieve the names of all teachers having 6 characters, and first name also should contain the letter starting S. Okay, means it has two conditions are here. The first condition, it should start with the letter S, also it should have 6 characters. So what will be the command? Select first name from teacher where first name, like, okay, and it should start with the letter S. It has been mentioned, so S will be the first letter and 6 characters, so you will have to put 6 blanks. It should be blank spaces, that is space bar you have to press. Your dash is given, you have to put the space bars, and it should be inside the double quotes and semicolon. So what is the output you are getting? You will get the name of the teacher who has 6 characters and the name is starting with the letter S. So this is the output. Next, to retrieve the name of the teachers having at least 6 characters in their first name. At least means it can have 6 characters or more than 6 characters also. So what is the command? Select first name from teacher where first name, like, now in the double quotes, how many blanks are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 and percentage sign. Okay, so 6 space and then you put the percentage sign. We are not mentioning any character inside it because it is not we don't have to find any particular letter or the character. Okay, it is not mentioned as ABC, so this will be the query and you get the output this. So here all the name of the teachers are there whose name is having at least 6 or more than 6 are also there, and it is having all the characters. Okay, it is not mentioned ki it should start with the letter S or something, so the names are displayed. To retrieve the names and department numbers of the teachers ordered by department number, and within each department ordered by the name of the teacher in ascending order. Now using the department number you have to order the names of the teacher in ascending order. So what is the command? Select first name, last name and department number from the teacher. Name of the table is teacher. Order by what? Department number in which order? Ascending order. So ASC is the command. So you will get the output this one. So the department number you can see here, it is ordered in ascending order, and you find the names. If it was descending order, so in place of ASC you will write DESC in place of ASC. Okay, next, to retrieve all the details of those employees whose last name is not specified. Now you have to find the details of the teachers whose the last name of those teachers are not specified, or whether it is null or not. So this is the query. Select star from teacher where last name is null. Okay, you have to find all the details, so you're using the star from the table name is teacher, last name is null. So what is the output you are getting? This is the output. So Puneet and Vansh, there are two teachers whose last name I have not mentioned in the table, or not inserted the value using the insert command in the table. So this answer I will get. Okay, we can have another query in the where clause of SQL query if the condition is based on the result of another query. Okay, so query inside a query, that means the second query's result will be the select case or the query of the first one. See here, to retrieve the names of all the departments having female teachers. Okay, so first you have to find the female teachers and then retrieve the names of all the departments after that. So there are two conditions here. First you have to retrieve the female teachers also, and after that you have to find the name of the departments. So what will be the command? Select distinct department name. Distinct we are using so that the department name is not repeated. Select distinct department name from the table where the department name is, there is department, where department ID in select. Now you are using the second query. Select department number from teacher where gender is equal to F. Now gender is specified in the teacher table. Okay, so we are using this another query and we are putting it inside the bracket. So when it gets executed, the bracket one gets executed, after that the outside one gets executed and you get this result. So you wanted the name of the department where the gender is female, means they are having the female teachers. So these are the name of the departments. No department is repeated because we have used the distinct command also. Sometimes in our SQL queries we have to use various aggregate functions also. So some of the functions are the count function, used to count the number of the tuples, then the sum function used to find the sum of the values, maximum function, then min function you find the minimum value. Okay, average function to find out the average value. All these are various arithmetic functions also you can tell it. Okay, so we will use some of them. First, to find the total salary of all the teachers, to select sum, and in the bracket the name of the attribute is salary as total salary from the table name is teacher as total salary from teacher. So this is the output. So the total salary is 2 lakhs 3250. That is the total salary that all the teachers are getting. Means the overall salary that is being issued to all the teachers. So this is the sum, and the total salary heading comes from the above query, that is as total salary you have mentioned, so that heading is coming. Okay, next, to find the maximum and minimum salary, to select max salary as maximum salary, you want to put the heading as max salary, min bracket mein salary as minimum salary from the table teacher. This is the output. Max salary is this and minimum salary is this much. Okay, that one of the teacher is getting. And we can use also arithmetic operators. Okay, suppose we want to increase the salary by 1000 rupees who belongs to the department number 4. So how to write it? Select first name, last name, salary, comma, salary plus 1000 as new salary from teacher where department number is equal to 4. We want to increase the salary by 1000, so we are increasing the salary by 1000 rupees and we are putting a head as new salary. See here, output comes like this. First name is Surbi and Megha, last name. Okay, so these two teachers belong to the department number 4. So the previous salary was 34,000 and 38,000. Now increment given 1000, after that the new salary mentioned. Okay, so this is the way to do it. Next is the grouping based on the group by clause. The group by clause is used to group the attributes based on the various values. You can see here the select department number, the department name, and the count as the number of teachers from the teacher table, because all the number of teachers you can get from the teacher table, and the department name and number you will get from the department table. So comma department where the department ID is equal to department number, and group it by the attribute department number. It is given in the question, you have to group by the department number, so you will group it on the basis of department number. Okay, so what output you will get? The output you get is this one, the department number, the name of the departments you will get. Okay, and the number of teachers you are counting the number of teachers in each and every department. So in chemistry there are 2 teachers and the number of the department is 1 for chemistry. The second department number is computer science and the number of teachers in there is 2. Okay, likewise that. Next is that the select command may also result in an empty set. Suppose you write a select command and there is no value for it to be displayed. For example, select staff from teacher where the teacher ID is equal to 115. So there is no teacher ID as 115. So it cannot display any value. So the result will be answer as will come as empty set. So this is the value for an empty value, that means there won't be any particular value here, so the answer comes as empty set.